better than Christmas dinner with the in-laws.
Oh! Take that! Hey, stop it! I want you. And then you. No, all three at once. And then I'll join. You hear something? Yeah, that.
What? No, goddammit, I ain't bagged nothing. And I ain't likely to with you calling every 5 minutes. Got anything for me, Grundy? You got anything for me, Grundy? Sound like my damn wife. I'll tell you what I tell her. If I got something for you, I'll goddamn well give it to you. Till then, shut up. No, not you. My wife. I tell my wife to shut up. Missing my shows for this. How the hell? Jesus Christ! Bad idea.
Can't you just stay home? You're always going out.
It isn't as easy as that, Walter. You know I hate giving up the smell that oozes through the walls.
All this for one of your nights out with the girls, eh?
What, you don't believe me? Call up Annie and ask her what we do.
Annie always backs up your story, and Jim says that you always back up hers.
If you have something to say, spit it out.
When are you gonna be back?
Damn it, Walter, you're not my father.
Yeah, but sometimes I think I should have married your mother.
Mom liked to have a good time every once in a while. Besides, Mom didn't like older men.
Look, I'm your husband. Shouldn't you treat me with a little bit of respect?
Don't wait up for me, sir.
You know, I hear the talk around town. If I ever found out that you were messing around on me, I would...
what?
Well, I don't know what I do, okay? I haven't gotten a goodnight kiss or a how are you, Walter, and I don't know how long. Look, can we talk about this?
You are 100% stupider. You have 70% less hair than when I married you. You're ugly, Walter. Cheap, sleazy, and ugly. And if I did have a man on the side, he'd be the type of guy that would break your arm for grabbing me like that. Now get out of here before I make you leave in tears. Get out!
All right, make way, you mugs. What, you guys waiting for him to lay an egg or something?
Tell us about the swamp monsters.
Yeah, Grundy. Why don't you tell old Walter here all about it?
You better pray the next time you hang up on me, there are monsters. Now, what the hell is this all about?
It's like I said, I was out hunting in the marsh.
Jesus Christ, you want everybody to know about this?
I was about to pack it in. There's nothing out there, not even a lousy muskrat. Never seen anything like it. No ducks, beaver, more turds than turtles in the water.
Just get on with it.
I seen these things, huge black things.
Monsters.
In the water, big as hell one was. I swear it. I dropped everything, I hightailed it out of there.
The only thing that's as big as hell is your imagination.
Giant leeches.
Giant leeches.
Thing I seen was as big as Mary. Could have eaten her whole.
Listen, next time don't come back here empty-handed with some stupid monster story.
Look what it did to my pants. What do you think of that?
What's the matter with you?
I'm telling you, there's only one thing in that there marsh, and you sure as hell can't serve it for your specials.
And I'm telling you, you better knock off this crap. What do you take me for, Grundy?
I tell you, there's jack out there but them things. I'd have better luck hunting buffalo in your backwash room.
Going for a walk?
Do I look like a girl who goes for a run?
What the hell are you looking at? Monsters.
I see a couple of monsters right now.
I'm glad you brought me to the office with you.
The marsh is beautiful.
I know, I grew up here. We used to play hide and go seek up here all the time when I was a little girl. I've been here like 100 times.
Sorry, Gracie.
It's okay. I knew when we met you were married to your work.
I'll make time for a quick fling.
What's going on? You all right?
Oh, thank God!
What happened?
Body had probably been in the water for a long time.
I've seen bodies that have been in the water before.
That was Steve Tucker, my cook. He didn't make it home after leaving work a few nights back.
It's probably been in there less than a day.
Your father will find out what happened.
Dad,
Exsanguination.
it's total blood loss.
Total blood removal, to be exact. Forcible removal.
Professor Everett, could you speak English?
I know you mean well, son, but you're new around here. And if I go over the sheriff's head talking to you, I'll never hear the end of it.
The marsh is my jurisdiction, not Sheriff Bucky's.
A death makes it county business. At least for now. Sorry, Scott. Speaking of Sheriff Bucky...
Professor Everett. Gracie. Scott, why don't you run along and get us some coffee? I take double cream in mine. Gracie here takes sugar.
The marsh is my jurisdiction.
Well, you better get on over there. I'm sure there's a skeeter that needs rescuing.
He'll have to know eventually, Bucky. This isn't a criminal case.
This is not a homicide?
Not even a suicide.
All right, get on with it.
The wounds are consistent with some kind of animal attack. He died of massive blood loss.
Your swamp, your problem.
It's a marsh, not a swamp.
Tomato, tomato. Your goddamn problem, hotshot.
You aren't going to help me.
Well, I'm sure I got some skeeter repellent in the truck. You're welcome to it.
You always that concerned when someone dies?
Be happy he's out of our hair. I have some more work to do, but whatever animal this was, it's a predator, and big. He had no defensive wounds, and some unusual markings.
How so?
I'll reserve comment until I make some further tests. Now, you take care of my daughter. I don't want her near that swamp until we find out what we're up against.
I'll watch her, sir.
I'm standing right here.
I'll call you when I know more.
What was that? I hate being talked about like I'm not even in the same room.
What do you want? I was talking to your father.
I'll watch her, sir. You know, you better start playing your cards a little differently, Scott. Or all you'll be watching is my backside as I walk away from you.
You have a great walking away backside. Hey, what was that with you and Bucky?
What?
You aren't going to help me.
Nope. Beating up on my desk isn't going to help you any either.
It isn't going to hurt.
Look. Like you told me oh so many times since you parachuted into this place, that swamp is a game preserve.
Marsh.
Federally protected property. That's no place for a dumb county mountie like me. Now listen, you got yourself a problem, you get on your gumboots, you take your city university biology degree, you go ahead and solve it. Sounds like somebody's yanking your chain. You be sure to say hi to her for me.
Tell me what you lost first. Your interest in the job or your balls?
Well, yours will be up there in a jar right next to him when that girl's done with you.
Thank you, sir.
I've examined the bite mark found on the body.
You mean bite marks?
One bite. The flesh and inner tissue wasn't consumed. It was merely a way to get at his blood.
He was bled to death?
The bite mark was made by a creature with a beak-like mouth, similar to that of an octopus or a squid. I said similar to. A squid's beak is similar to a parrot's beak. They have an upper and lower jaw. But the creature that attacked Tucker had 3 beaks which severed the skin. And puncture wounds inside. likely made by rows of teeth that held him in place.
I can't imagine what would make a wound like that.
You must be mistaken.
Science doesn't lie.
You mentioned other unusual marks.
Ah, so I did. There were large circular welts around the wound. Suction marks.
Suction?
Yes, if Gracie and I were back doing ocean research, I'd say that he was a human victim of a giant squid attack, however unusual that is.
Then what the hell is in my marsh that did that to a man?
Whatever it was did it over time. Tucker was alive for a prolonged period as he was bled dry.
God, that just gives me the creeps just thinking about it.
Well, you remember that the next time you think about going into the marsh. But this intrigues me. If you don't mind, I'd like to help. We still have equipment left from our exploring days before Gracie's mother died. Yes. I have an early day tomorrow. I'm lecturing at the university. Gracie will show you out. Remember my offer.
So, are you ever going to move out of the house?
Why should I? It's my house.
You never told me it was your house. I just assumed
What
that...
difference does it make? I love my father and I'm happy to have him here with me. When they're gone, and there's no making up for lost time. I felt that way about my mother when she died and it ate me up inside. I'm not gonna let myself feel that way about my father too.
That I respect.
You're just saying that. But if you want any kind of future with me, you better learn to. Good night. Daddy, you heard. You were eavesdropping?
Scientific curiosity.
You wanted to be a fly on the wall?
Until you're a parent, you can never understand how much you can love a child. But if you ever use me as an excuse for not living your own life, I miss her too. But your mother would want you to live your life. Scott's a bit stiff, but he's a fine man.
You said that about Bucky when I dated him.
I said Bucky was a fine specimen. He should have been under glass.
Thought you weren't allowed out with me.
I'm supposed to get a life. I figured this was as good a place as any to start.
Yeah, I've got a better place to start.
Oh yeah? Yeah. Oh, insect repellent. I've never seen it like this here.
Not even insect chatter.
You know, when I was a little girl, we used to always come up here and play, and sometimes it'd be so loud. It's like you could barely even hear yourself think. There's all these insects and birds, and we used to always try to catch frogs. But now it's like there's nothing.
What?
I could have sworn I saw something move, but never mind, it's nothing. God, this place used to just be teeming with wildlife. What do you think? Pollution?
Poaching, more likely. Raping this marsh is a town pastime.
You should tell Bucky.
Ha! That idiot? He doesn't care about a body in here. He isn't going to care about beavers and muskrats going missing.
He wasn't always like this, you know.
When were you going to tell me you dated him?
Wasn't. It's not any of your business.
His attitude towards this marsh is my business.
He doesn't like you, Scott, because you're an outsider. It's like that all of this used to be his, and then they made it into a preserve and sent you in, and it's like you stepped on his toes.
And moved in on his girl?
No, I dumped him long before that.
Why?
That is none of your business either.
Seems a lot of things aren't my business.
I'll tell you this. I will do what I can to make you happy, but I am not your girl Friday. Don't just treat me like you own me or assume that you know everything about me. What? Taking a break?
Going to stretch my legs. Don't suppose you ever swam out here?
Are you kidding me? Ugh, you have better luck trying to find the bottom of a cup of coffee. Oh God, I wouldn't even want to dive in here for long. I should have brought my underwater camera.
You want me back in now?
Is that why you got out in the first place? Because I told you how it was with us?
I can't see anything. I have to go by feel is all.
Right. Lame excuse.
Oh, lame now, am I?
I might let you take me, but I will not let you take me for granted. Get in here.
You won't tell me why you dumped Bucky? If I do whatever it was he did?
I give you one warning.
I get at least that.
Got, you mean. You already did.
Listen, what is that?
It sounds like some 80s hairband.
What the hell was that thing? That is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. It was freaking huge. It was a spider, I think. It was like the size of a dinner plate. What the hell was it doing here?
Just saying hi?
Are you like the game warden or something?
He's the game warden.
We heard screams.
There's a big friggin' ugly black spider in our tent.
A spider isn't technically considered game.
It's as big as a freaking dog and it's twice as hairy. It's game. Get it out.
I think we should leave it be. The act of removing the wildlife could be injurious to it. I'd be violating federal law.
You're afraid of spiders.
No! Yes. If it was a bear or something, I'm ready to go. Spiders, no.
I'll get the tarantula.
I should warn you, there was an incident involving a possible wildlife attack recently.
Somebody attacked the wildlife?
No. The other way around. Kind of small, isn't it? Be careful. If you see anything odd, just, scream or something. It'll scare it off.
I'm going into town to get some supplies. What? No goodbye kiss?
Ray, meet me at our regular spot.
Oh, Mary, you are a firecracker.
Whatever killed Tucker, the thing your father described, is nothing that lives in that marsh. Hell, you saw it today. There's no life in there at all.
And that in itself is telling. Whatever killed Tucker may be in the marsh, but it may not be native to it.
An animal with a beak with 3 jaws, big enough to bring down a grown man and bleed him dry. There's no animal that fits that description. Not in the marsh, the state, or the country.
Not on land, no.
What are you getting at?
An introduced species. You said that the marsh was devoid of all higher animal life. So it seems a reasonable hypothesis that there's a new species in the marsh. Something at the top of the food chain. Something with a voracious appetite for blood, but not tissue.
Then we should have found animal carcasses in the marsh. There's dozens of species in there. Beaver, muskrat, deer.
The marsh covers a vast territory. You couldn't possibly have covered it. The lake alone would be a huge undertaking. And as for the carcasses, the insects and the elements would make short work of them in very little time. Especially if that entity feeds in the lake.
The lake. There's no choice, honey. I'll have to go down.
I like the moon better than the sun.
Yeah, why's that?
Moon cools you off. Sun dries you out. Moon is romantic.
Like you ever needed help in the romance department.
You saying I'm easy?
Oh, hell no. If you were easy, it wouldn't have taken so long to get you.
Well, it would have been sooner. But Walter sees how you look at me. Gets jealous as hell.
Walter knows about us?
Well, he knows you like me. But half the men in town like me. He's too stupid to clue in more than that.
You scared the hell out of me.
You scared of Walter? Scared of that old bastard?
You know, you never did tell me what a hot young thing like you was doing with old Walter.
Once upon a time I did love him. Sorta. Of course, then he owned the diner and the general store and the mail route. He was a real man of property.
And now?
He ain't even a proper man.
You sure are a proper lady.
Like hell.
Sweet Belinda Jesus.
Well, isn't this nice?
Walter! Now hold off, Walter. You don't understand.
My wife is on top of you. You tell me what I don't understand.
Walter, put the gun down.
I knew you two were up to something. I knew it!
Walter, put the gun away. You don't even have any shells for it.
What do you think I went into town for? Now get up! Both of you! Get up!
Walter, don't do this.
Walk!
Walter, you're right. You're right, Walter. I was messing around with Mary, but I won't do it again, Walter. I won't.
You got that right. There's a lot of things you won't be doing again.
Walter, please, I'll be good.
I said walk, not talk. Now don't make me say it again. Walk! Move it! In!
Please, Walter, don't do this. It was all her doing. I couldn't resist.
Lying bastard, you came after me.
Keep moving!
I'll be good, Walter, I promise. You kill him, and we'll go home like nothing happened. We'll never tell.
Just let me go and you don't have to do this. Yeah, Bucky will find you. You know he will. Just let me go. And I'll never bother her again. I'll leave town.
You leave town, eh? And you'll never bother her again?
You got my word, Walter. Oh, Jesus. Oh, what's the Lord's Prayer? Oh, our Father, who art up there.
Just stop praying, all right? Fine. Just I'll let you go, the both of you. Just get out of town and I never want to see either of you again.
Thank you, Walter.
Mary!
Tell me again about your monsters. Or better yet, let me tell you. You finally figured out that Mary was banging half the town. So you came out here, killed them both, then you lost your nerve. Made up some stupid monster story.
I loved her. I only wanted to scare them. There was only one bullet in the gun. I was going to shoot it in the air.
Tell me something. How do I know how many shots were in this thing in the first place?
Jesus, this is all my fault.
It sure as hell is.
Why couldn't I just let them be?
Bucky, there might be something in what he says.
There's bull in what he says. Now, he admits to coming out here. I've got the gun. Pretty soon, I'm gonna have two bodies all shot to hell. So, step back, sit down, shut up, and stay out of my way. Two of you in the boat. The rest of you along the shoreline. Be sure to poke every inch of bottom. Oh, and check along the shoreline and the tree roots in case the bodies got tangled up. Oh, and we'll try not to disturb the wildlife.
They aren't gonna find anything. If we couldn't find it, these rednecks sure as hell won't.
You believe Walter?
More than I believe Bucky.
Enough!
That's it?
Well, that's it until I can get proper men and equipment, and we'll drag this puddle from top to bottom.
You aren't dragging my leg.
You don't have the authority in my marsh, and you know it.
Well, then you call me when they start to gas up and stink. And you can't take it no more. You know, when you dump me, I always thought you'd trade up, not down.
Don't! Just don't. You don't know him when he's like this.
He doesn't know me.
You're planning something.
I'm thinking we find them two bodies, they might be worth something.
Like a reward?
Like old Bucky might cough up if we was to find them bodies.
And we wouldn't have to share with nobody else if we was the only ones to find them, wouldn't we?
No, we give everyone a share. You retard! Of course I meant just us.
All right. Well, let's get to looking.
So Bucky found nothing after a whole day's search.
That bunch couldn't have found water if they fell out of a boat.
Did you put any stock in what Walter said?
Pretty hard to buy any of that giant monster talk. Giant leeches? Sounds more like a giant case of the DTs.
Assume for a minute that Walter didn't kill them. Then what do you have?
Grundy Miller's told half the town he saw giant leeches. Probably where Walter got it from. Grundy's a drunk and a poacher.
Suction marks on the body. Triangular bite marks. The blood-sucking leech, common in North America, has 3 jaws and small serrated teeth.
Too much to even think about. And even if it was, where are the bodies? Bucky was all over the lake and walked through the swamp.
It wouldn't be hard for a cunning animal to outwit a human being. Especially Bucky.
Some predatory animals do store food in nests. Crocodiles, for instance. The average person would never find one.
It might help to talk to Walter. If he can describe what he saw accurately enough, it might give him a little credibility.
I don't think Bucky will let me have a sit-down with Walter in his jail.
I didn't mean you.
Never seen a place like this. Usually picking skeeters out of my teeth.
I don't miss them bloodsuckers a bit. Keep quiet, though. That warden likes to poke about.
Yeah, likes to poke about old Bucky's girl. Surprised he let that city boy live.
How'd you figure it took old Walter so long to figure out that Mary was letting guys water their horses in her stall?
I don't know, but I'll tell you what, I could have had her once.
My ass.
I said no. I respect for Walter. What? Them those girls we heard today?
Let's go have a look. Women, you know, get frisky at night.
How?
Yeah. Yeah.
I dare you two to check that. Cheers. Do it. Chug, chug, chug. Yeah.
Yeah. What the? Shh. Jesus, there's something in the water. You shut your cake hole. Ain't nothing in the damn water.
dog sends his master.
Please. I'm not here to fight.
Well, maybe I am.
It's over. Can't you just accept that?
Does it sound like I can? I mean, you leave me and I have to see you every day. And I'm supposed to be just fine with that?
You know, this was a mistake.
Hold on, for Christ's sake. So, what does he want?
He wants to know what Walter saw.
He's putting stock in that monster load that Walter's shoveling?
Dad is too.
Well, if the esteemed Professor Everett believes it. Besides, I'd be a real jerk if I sent you away after all that trouble you went to.
What trouble?
Well, you know, you wore that shirt I always liked. Come on, let's go see if Walter has added alien mind control to his story. Company, Walter. Somebody actually wants to hear your half-baked story. Oh, hell.
I don't want any tea.
Good. It's mostly brandy anyhow.
More. Had a really lousy day.
Yeah, Walter too. Guess Bucky was right. Walter kills his wife and friend, can't face prison, takes the easy way out. Bucky was right. I'm a big enough man to admit when I'm wrong.
It's not about you or Bucky or who's the bigger man here, Scott.
Just out of curiosity, who is the bigger man?
You know, I've had a really bad day.
I'm sorry.
I don't want a back rub.
Maybe you can tell me what you do want so I don't have to keep guessing and ticking you off.
I think Walter really loved Mary. I mean, she cheated on him, yeah, sure, but where's a guy like Walter ever gonna find a woman like that? If he got 5 minutes of her time every day, he counted himself lucky.
You think he did go there just to scare them?
And whatever was in the water got them when he forced them in. There's something else, though. While I was with Bucky today, he got a call and saying there was 2 people missing. They were from his search party. We went to the marsh and we found their truck, but there was no sign of them. We couldn't find them anywhere.
What do you mean, we? You went there with him today?
You wanted me to talk to him. We had plenty of time to talk.
What else did you talk about?
About why I ended our relationship because he was so jealous and treated me like he owned me and asked questions just like you did.
Never seen you like this.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you've never seen before, Scott. Just remember what I said, okay? Don't treat me like you own me or assume that you know me chapter and verse.
Easy enough. Right now, I don't know you at all.
Bucky wants to drag the lake.
They aren't dragging my lake. Do you know what those nets do? That's still an animal habitat. It's a protected environment and it's my authority. And Bucky...
People are dying here. There are bodies showing up there, Scott. Okay, your marsh and your lake are poached out. There's nothing left. Face the facts. People are being killed.
Bucky can have a search, but I lead it. I don't want those idiots dragging the bottom and killing whatever might still be alive in there. You tell Bucky we have a deal, if he's good with that.
You tell him yourself. I'm not your errand girl. You know, this isn't a very big town, Scott, and There's just not enough room in this town for me and 2 ex-boyfriends. Besides, I've had enough of Bucky today to last me a lifetime. You were jealous.
Was not?
You were so jealous.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, you were so jealous. Admit it or I walk.
All right, I was. A little, let go.
You're a lousy liar. But that's okay. Bucky was a good liar, and it took me ages to figure that out. I'm sorry I've been really grouchy lately. It's just been that kind of a day. In case you've been wondering, though, I do love you.
Oh, well, I've seen that smile a few times myself. Hope you 2 managed to get just a little sleep.
That's for me having listened to all your flack. Call it a down payment for any in the future, too.
Yep, I've been a jerk. What the hell?
That's how men handle things. Short and sweet.
Sweet.
Oh, for God's sake, you two, hey! Stop! We're here looking for other bodies, remember? Now would you grow up and just shake hands? Oh! Shake!
Go ahead. Stay off the bottom.
Well, what if the bodies are on the bottom?
Decomposing corpses float, unless something has them snagged. Stay off the bottom.
What are y'all waiting around for? Come on, get going. And, stay off the bottom. Damn it, where are they?
Maybe Grundy Miller's giant leeches done sucked them dry. There's nothing left to find.
Thanks.
Well, that went well.
They didn't find anything, did they? Whatever we're dealing with is cunning, and it's able to outwit and hide from men, like most animals. You're not going to find it by chasing around the marsh.
Any suggestions?
Something that this creature can't hide from: underwater explosives. Anything in there is going to be hit by the concussion. No hiding from that.
No.
Dad is right, Scott. People are dying.
This is still my marsh, and I'm responsible for protecting it, not blowing it up.
The charges are precise and pinpoint. We used to use them. We still have some. Any fallout will be minimal. Anything down there will come up.
No. End of argument.
Scott. Oh, he's so... Pig-headed and stubborn. Oh, he thinks he knows it all.
You remind me of your mother. She used to call me out like that.
I'm sorry.
There is a time to be stubborn and a time to be gracious.
See you soon.
I'll be along. I know you're in there. Whatever you are, I'll find you.
Bone dry. No more hair of the dog. That only means one thing.
I'll go get some water. Don't use the drinking water.
Not as if we've been drinking it or anything.
Be right back.
Bitches!
You should have seen your face!
It's not bad out here.
Hell, I'm drunk enough. I'm wet enough.
Hey, cut that out.
What?
I don't swing that way.
Jesus, neither do I. Something's in here.
Yeah, an ass grabber fish. Knock it off. Oh my god, oh my god! Sam? Sam?
That's so funny. You all suck.
That's a hell of a thing. What? 3 half-naked college girls all running towards me instead of away. Well?
Blood loss. Same as Tucker. Same wounds.
How long was he in the water?
Not long at all. In fact, there was no water in his lungs. He didn't drown.
He was alive?
He was alive and bled dry over time. He died of blood loss.
Mary might still be alive then.
I don't know. I searched that lake twice over.
But did you search the marsh around it?
Well, that's a hell of a search area.
The marsh around the lake. The area's left over from the old industrial park when it was abandoned. I mean, there could have been basements, sub-basements, sewers, and utility lines. It could be a maze down there.
Well, that'd be like finding a needle in a haystack.
What kind of companies were in the old park?
Light manufacturing, small chemical, and even some research companies.
I can imagine how thorough the cleanup was.
Exactly.
And it would be impossible to search that area without seismic testing equipment, drilling for core samples, maybe draining it, strip away the bed in the lake alone. All right. There's no other choice.
Wait, what are we talking about here? What the hell are those things?
Seal bombs I've adapted. Fishermen use them to frighten away seals. They don't do more than scare in open water, but in this small environment and with the extra kick I've added, they should be more potent than dynamite. The fuse burns underwater.
What extra kick?
Nitroglycerin. What? You're afraid of it? Things should be easier with Bucky from now on.
Because I hit him?
And because you took it when he hit you back. You stood up for yourself. He respects you now. Here will be good. Can't just be throwing it in from the shore.
How does that burn underwater?
This one? Magnesium fuse. Hold on! Number 2. The first one had a long enough fuse to hit close to bottom. Let's see what's at a different depth. Hey, you're learning.
Nothing. And that one was about midway down from the feel of it. And we don't have the means to do this to the entire lake.
We don't have to. This is the deepest area, and this is where the incidents occurred. If we're gonna find them, we'll find them here. Nothing.
Yeah, we'd need underwater lights to see much.
Jesus!
No sign of Mary.
Let's get him back. I want to take a look at him. Same as the others. Complete blood loss. They haven't been dead long, though.
They've been alive through all this?
We must have missed them during the search. Very likely, whatever we're looking for had them in a hidden nest.
So, Mary may still be alive?
Very likely, although she'll be in danger of dying from shock or organ failure. If she's anywhere near the state these two were in, I wouldn't give her more than a few hours to live. We can't wait. We have to take it to them.
We tried everything. We don't even know where to look next.
We're not going to look. We're going to bring them to us.
With what?
Blood.
Bucky, not back yet?
No. It's not your everyday errand you sent him on.
What are you two talking about?
Dad had an idea. He sent Bucky in for some supplies.
Thanks all to hell for keeping me in the loop.
Time is of the essence. And if anyone can bully his way into getting what we need, it would be Bucky. Go to the lake. Gracie can tell you on the way.
Dad should be here soon.
Here's Bucky now.
You have any trouble?
Not really. But don't think they didn't look at me funny.
Let's do it.
Hold your breath. Yeah, I had to drive here with these things stinging up my truck.
How do you think I felt being downwind you?
Hey, where the hell did you come from?
I knew something was up when I seen you coming up here. You're going after him, ain't you?
Look, unless you want to be in this shit, stay back and stay out of our way. Shall we begin?
I wish I knew where Dad was.
I'm sure he'll be here any minute. He wouldn't miss this.
So, how are we gonna do this? You just gonna dump it out there, or just throw out a little bit at a time?
Neither.
Well, what the hell was the point of that?
Borrow your gun?
Well, hell, Boy Scout. You ain't half as dumb as I thought you were. But that leak ain't gonna last long. Dinner bell's ringing!
They aren't going for it. They might be smarter than we thought.
We don't even know if it's a we or they or whatever the hell.
Whatever from hell.
Holy Christ!
Did you see the size of that thing?
I done told everybody. You should listen.
Stay away from the water.
My God, that thing is huge!
Back, Gracie.
Scott, the thing is gone.
You'll have to do more than just shoot it. Did you get everything I asked for?
Yep. 2 boxes of blood and guts.
Good. I see you've wasted one already. Let's get the second one.
What is that?
Radio transmitter. We use them on sea turtles to track them.
If my theory is correct, we won't find them here unless they're feeding. I suggest you puncture that one and not shoot it. That would be bad.
Hey, Scott, you got your knife? Well, hell, Boy Scout. I'm proud of you. It's a real man's knife.
It's my knife, actually.
Oh.
Just get into the lake. The number's pre-programmed. All you have to do is hit send.
Anything else?
Be as far away from it as possible.
Good luck. You know, lucky for us, we got Scott.
I don't know which is creepier, the Leeches or Bucky liking me.
Well, where the hell these things come from?
Mars. They come from Mars. Mars needs blood, and this is how they gets it. They stores it in pods and waits for the mothership to come collect them.
You are too damn drunk to know how stupid that sounds.
Stupid? I was supposed to tell about them giant bloodsuckers. You all thought was stupid then. Well, Looky now.
Idiot.
Don't you come crying to me when the ship comes and they decide to do a little anal probing along with their blood sucking. I had my anus probed once. Left a hell of a mark.
Pollution, I surmise. Trace elements in the environment over decades, built up in the ecosystem.
Well, this marsh is Scott's baby. I mean, he was out here forever testing the water and the soil and every damn thing.
Perhaps he didn't know what to look for.
Well, it wasn't for giant leeches, I can tell you that. I mean, how can we search this whole place and not turn up hiding our hair of them anyway?
Poachers like Miller destroyed all the larger animals and then fished out the lake and the streams. The leeches had no other option but to become predatory and go after the only prey that was in the area. Humans.
Human prey.
It's our turn.
That still doesn't explain where they came from. I mean, if it was pollution, where did that come from?
Obviously, the old industrial park. This is where they feed. This is why you didn't find them here.
What are you mumbling about?
I know where they are. We've got to get them back in. Scott! Gracie! Get out of the water!
This should do. Something's going on.
He wants us back in.
Let's get this in quick. Come on, come on.
Let's hurry.
Hold on. Where the hell is it?
What the hell are they doing?
The bomb didn't go off.
We don't have any more bait.
Oh, yes, we do.
Everett! Everett! What are you doing, man? Get away from the water! Saved you both. Son of a bitch.
Pull it. Let's go.
What are the odds we got them all?
What are the odds there was even one that big to start with?
So what happens now?
Have to be sure. Drag the ponds, drain it, poison it. Whatever it takes.
Well, one thing's for sure. People will leave this marsh alone.
If there are more, the marsh is poached clean and off limits to people. They'd starve. Mary!
Oh my god, look at her.
Get her into the truck.